find it over here. Okay. Hi everybody. I'm just looking for some of my favorite brushes, so let me just give me just a minute and make sure I'm on the right page. Sometimes I lose my brushes here in the piles of brushes that I have, so hold on. And I got that. Okay, so I got my favorite brushes. Hi everybody, my Tessa Broski here, Artsy Color Splash, and today I'm gonna be painting this snowman. Let me just move here so you guys can see it better. This is a snowman that I mentioned I was gonna be doing live today, so it's gonna be super fun and it's super easy. The way I do it, I usually, like for people when they come to the classes, I usually have the design already pre-sketched. For me, I'm just gonna do it. I guess I'm gonna challenge myself a little bit because I don't have the design pre-sketched. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the background color first, and it's gonna be the blue and the white color. So let me just lower my phone so I can show you how I do this. And my table is always a little full of stuff. I have lots of brushes everywhere. Let me just fix this over here. So it's two colors on the background, and it's a light blue and white. And I'm gonna use this brush over here, something like this. It's an old brush, but this works really well. Sometimes I use the one, this is a 1 inch or 1.5 inch for the size of canvas that I'm doing here. This works really well, and even for the bigger canvas. But if you use it like a 2-inch brush for a bigger canvas, it goes a little bit faster. So I'm not gonna get any water on the brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up some of the paint, and I'm gonna try to do the blue color. I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter, and so I'm gonna pick up the blue, just scatter it, and then apply the white, and it can be in any direction. I actually like to do it in different directions, so I don't create like a pattern, and it covers really well. Just like this. And I said, I mentioned yesterday I was gonna be painting this design today, and I'm also gonna give it away if anybody comes. If anybody is watching today, somebody will win this design. So just be sure to say hello when you come in, so that way I know, because I'm gonna be choosing somebody from the audience. So just I just need you to say hello, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to see who's watching and who's gonna win this design. But if nobody watches, pues I just gonna keep this for myself, I guess, as a decoration. But something like this makes a nice Christmas gift for somebody that likes to collect the snowmans. I'm doing a little bit more blue than the sample, just so you guys can see it better, because if I go too light, it kind of blends a lot with the body of the snowman. So I'm just doing a little bit darker blue than the sample. I'm leaving some of the, like in the middle, I know the snowman is gonna be on this section, so I'm just gonna apply more of the white color in the middle. That's where the snowman, the body is gonna be. I'm just gonna leave a little line here, like for the ground where the snowman is gonna be standing. So this is like kind of like scratchy technique. I do want the how do you call it, the strokes I want to see some of the strokes. I think that's what makes it look more interesting in the background. Doesn't have to be super blended, because if I blend it too much, then it becomes a little bit kind of boring. So I'm just making it look like strokes in any direction. And I always make sure I do the edges of the canvas, because the canvas is a little bit round on the edge. So I want to make sure that I cover the edges. And then at the end I paint this in a different color. Maybe I usually do like a darker blue, or not a darker blue all the time, but I usually do paint the edges because it makes the design look more well finished when you hang it on the wall. So I'm just doing the scratchy, like a crisscross kind of technique. Let's see. Yeah, I think I just need to do the bottom part. Alright. So I'm gonna give this away, to be sure to say hello when you come in, so that way I'm gonna enter the names of the people that are watching in a little jar, so I can pick up a name, and somebody can win this painting. I mean, if you like snowmans, I think they're, for this time of year, snowmans are super popular. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. That's for this, the background, the sky, I guess. The snow over here, I'm not gonna clean my brush. I'm just gonna pick up some of the white and make the bottom part just like a really light blue color. So I'm not cleaning my brush. I'm not really adding water to the paint, because I don't want the paint to be transparent. It becomes very transparent if I add water. I didn't add any water to the brush. I'm working with a dry brush. Hey Sheila, you're here. No, you're fine, you're fine. So no water to the brush. And I missed this section, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of paint here, just to fill in. Sometimes I use a little bit of the gray color to give it more like a texture here. So I'm gonna do that because I think we can see it at the end. So let me just add a little bit of the gray. Not too much, because I don't want the snow to become too dark or anything like that, but I do want to have some kind of, I guess, more dimension. So I'm just bouncing it a little bit here. So since I already have the blue, which is a very pale blue color, I'm just adding a little bit of the gray and the white. That way it looks a little bit different from the sky. Hi Samantha, thank you for being here with me today. And I'm just picking up very tiny amounts of gray color. So it just gives me like a little bit of a shadow look on the bottom of the, on the snow. But the gray, I don't want to use too much. It's just to give it a little bit of double color. It can be brushed on, but because I want the snow to look kind of fluffy, that's why I'm bouncing the brush like this. It's called a stippling, and it makes it look much bumpy and grainy. And by doing this technique like this, it uses a lot of paint, so we need to dry it really well. And you might not be able to see much of the difference on the camera, but the gray is there. It's very light tone of the gray. I'm not using too much, because at the end I think I'm gonna add something else there. So I'm gonna dry it, because I'm gonna mark the snowman. It's gonna be noisy for a little bit. And the paint, I'm not applying it too thick, so I want it to dry really fast. So the thinner that I apply it, it's better, so it can dry faster. And I'm gonna concentrate basically on the center here, because that's where the snowman is going to be. And I don't want it to be too wet because we're gonna apply more paint. And the main reason to dry in between layers, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me with the noise? The main reason to dry in between the layers of colors is because it makes it easier when we make a mistake, and then we can clean up and it doesn't become like a big mess blending all of the colors. If I make a mistake tonight, you're gonna see me doing the corrections, which I usually do. I mean, little mistakes here and there, which is fine. Okay, I'm able to touch it. As long as I'm able to touch it and no paint comes off and it doesn't feel sticky, then I know it's already dry. No, Sheila, it's nothing special about the brush. This is the one that I use. It's just a stippling brush that I buy from Home Depot. Those are the cheap brushes, very inexpensive, but they do a really good job. See, like this. And this is like I'm not sure that size. I think it's a 1 inch brush, stippling brush. You can find them at Home Depot, Lowe's, maybe even Hobby Lobby and Michael's carry them. So I'm not gonna clean the brush. I'm gonna use it like this because the Snowman is actually the blue and the white. So I'm just gonna pick up some of the white, but let me show you. Sometimes I do mark the Snowman, and I'm gonna cheat a little bit. In case that you guys don't feel comfortable making circles, use something round already. I'm using this brush container, and I'm just gonna mark the circle, you know, because creativity doesn't have to be so challenging. I know a lot of people don't know how to draw and they get kind of nervous, but if you find circles to be a little bit tricky, this is the easiest way to do it. And I'm gonna use a smaller container, and these are all of my containers that I have here with brushes and erasers and everything. I use pretty much anything that I have available here on my table. So I'm just gonna mark the circles, and then I'm gonna use a smaller one, so 3 different sizes, and they don't have to be exactly like this. I can just change the size as I go along, and once I start painting, if I want it to be a little bit bigger, I can make it bigger. So I'm just using a piece of chalk just to give me the lines. The size is gonna maybe stretch a little bit or grow a little bit just once I start applying the paint. I want to have enough space, since everything is dry, not completely how do you call it, it's dry to the touch, but to be able to be completely dry, it's kind of like overnight. It's already late tonight, so by tomorrow it's gonna be totally dry. And so as long as it's how do you call it, dry to the touch, I can mark the lines. So I'm gonna mark the hat right here just to give me an idea, see if it looks if the size is okay, because I need to have a space for the bird. So if I make a mistake with the chalk, I use an old t-shirt, or it can be just the napkin. I usually use the t-shirt because they can pick up the chalk, the dust of the chalk really easy. So that's the bottom of the hat. There's the part right here, the top. I think it looks a little too big. So this is why it makes it really easy to draw with the chalk, because it can be erased really fast and continue. So this is the face right here, and I think it looks okay, because we're gonna have a tree on this side and then the 2 trees on this other side. So basically like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna use the big brush for the big circle, and this is the one, the same brush that I use for everything. I'm just gonna apply some of the blue and more of the white. And if I continue just with the blue and white, it might kind of blend with the sky, so I don't want that. I'm gonna, in a little bit, I'm gonna add another color just to make it look different from the background. We don't want to look too similar to the sky. And this brush is already kind of flat and the bristles are short. as you use these brushes, the more you use them, they keep kind of shrinking. So they get a little bit stiff. But sometimes it's good to have them like that. I don't throw my brushes away that often until they completely are in really bad shape. Because sometimes it's good to have brushes that are a little bit stiff, because it helps to give me the texture that I want on the painting. So I'm just gonna do the same thing here on the second layer of the snowman. And see, they don't have to be, it's a snowman, so some people really want to make it look into really nice circle, and it can be, but if it is a little bit crooked, that's fine too. Are you having dinner, Sheila or Samantha? I know it's dinner time. I usually eat at this time, 6 to 7, but I had late lunch today, so I'm okay. I don't feel like super hungry right now. So I'm just adding a little bit of the blue here, just to give it some kind of movement on the body. And then I'm gonna add the white on the face. I wanna do at least one live class like this. At least twice a month will be good, I guess, just to start, so people can see the type of work that I do, and to tell you about a little bit of my classes, which I teach these classes like for private events, like birthday parties, or just you know, the small gatherings right now for families and friends that want to have a little bit of time together. So these are fun and easy designs that anybody can do. Like this design, we did it when was it, 2 days ago, and the people that came, so it was a small group, but they did really good on the snowman. They came out really cute. I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush because the face is a little bit a smaller size, and I need to add more paint. So the smaller brushes are also kind of, you know, it looks like, it's called a dry brush. It's also like a bristle brush that allows me to control it really well around the edges. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of the blue. You did have dinner, Sheila? Good. You didn't work today? It's Saturday, so no work today, hopefully. I don't work. This is my everyday labor of love, I guess I can say. This is what I do, I guess, as my job. I don't consider this a job, because this is just fun for me. So like that, I'm gonna add this other color. It's a little bit of a brown color, like a khaki color, and this is gonna help me get the shading on the body. I don't want it completely just to follow the shape, but I'm just gonna do some strokes here and there. And once it starts drying, I can add more of the white color, because I want the white to be more, you know, showing a little bit more. This goes in layers, so we can only do so much at one point, and then we have to let it dry. But allows us, it gives us the time to work on different areas, so we don't have to just to concentrate on one specific spot for too long, because the paint needs time to dry. But this color makes the blue a little bit like, make it look dirty a little bit. But it's good to do this because it allows me to see it more like a shadow at the end. You're gonna see. It's not easy to explain, that is easier when you see it. That's the other. The 1 inch. Oh, this one. Yeah, I'm not using the 1 inch because it's too big for this section over here. I use it for the big areas, but for the smaller spots, I use the small brush because I can control it better, and especially circles. So I want to keep it as a round surface right here, so the big brush is not gonna, it won't help me on the face, but everywhere can't talk. Everywhere else, yes, I can use this one. I'm not gonna use this brush for right now, so I'm just gonna leave it in the water because I don't want it to dry, and it's easier to clean out once if we keep them wet. So this is the brush I'm also gonna use for the hat, so I'm gonna apply some of the black. Can you see it? I mean, oh, you know what, let me turn on the light. I have a light here that I said, oh, I'm gonna turn it on. Hold on. So maybe it's brighter. All right, is there enough light? Can you see the body? Yeah, I guess you can. All right, and then I'm gonna do the hat. And black is one of those colors that is a little bit of a challenge, so yeah, I'm gonna switch brushes. It's good to have different size brushes. This makes it easier to follow the lines and everything. So I'm gonna use this, it's a flat brush. I think this is a 1/2 inch. And I'm just gonna follow the shape of the head right here. And making a mistake with black is it's a little bit messy when trying to clean it up. So I'm being careful because the white is still wet. So if I make a mistake there and I try to clean it, the colors blend and then it becomes gray. So I wanted to keep it nice and clean on the face, nice and clean on the hat. Well, the hat, it won't matter, but the face, I want to keep the face nice and clean. So let's add this. I guess this is called the rim of the hat, I think. I don't know. And when I mark it with this, with the chalk, it was like a little too big, so I'm shrinking it a little bit. Sometimes I mean, most of the time I don't follow the lines exactly, just because when I'm painting it, I'm kind of changing it as I go along. Depends on how it feels. And that's one thing that I try to teach my students. You know, you have to feel your painting, and if it feels good, then that's a good sign. But if it for some reason it doesn't feel like it's going in the right direction, they have to be able to understand that, because it's better when they start learning to go by their own feelings about their paintings, instead of me telling them, oh, like, you know, do it this way, do it that way. I want them to identify that if it feels good, then it's going well. If it doesn't feel good, then something has to change. So see, I had marked the hat a little bit too big, so I'm shrinking it a little bit because I still want space for the cardinal that is gonna go here. I wanted to have a space for that. So I guess that's it. No, not too much of a how do you call it, big deal on the hat. Is simple. The tricky part is because the white color is still wet, so I want to keep it, I just want to keep it nice and clean on the white. I don't want to mess it up. So just like that. I'm going to work on the arms, and this is a very dark brown. It's burnt sienna. I usually use only a little bit of paint, and before the paint starts drying, I recycle it, because I mean, I don't want to waste it. Sometimes we only need just a little bit, and so I learned through the years how to just use the paint that I need, not to waste so much. So I'm gonna use a skinnier brush. This one is a liner brush, and I'm loading it really well here. I want to make sure I have enough paint on the brush. And a lot of people just pick up and load the brush just like they use it like a scoop, but it should not be used as a scoop. We want to make sure the paint goes inside the brush. And I add a little bit of water. I don't want to make it watery. I just want to make it a little bit inky consistency, so I can move it with ease. And let's see, the arm is gonna be here somewhere. And this is just a branch, so it's okay if it is a little bit crooked. But I'm gonna add some snow later on, so it's okay if it goes a little bit thicker, because the snow is gonna cover some of the sides. And I'm gonna do some fingers here, or more branches sticking up here. And it's just a branch, so it doesn't really have to be, you know, very realistic. But once we add a couple of the sticks like that, it makes it look kind of like fingers. And we're gonna be painting some of the candy canes here, so I want to make sure I have a space to hang the candy canes, something like that. And then the other one. Hey Lourdes, how you doing? Thank you, I'm happy you like it. I'm painting the arms on the snowman. This is what makes it look like it's really happy, you know, the arms up in the air. I'm just using a very skinny brush, but it can be different brushes. I can also use like a flat brush, which I don't know what I did with it, or something like this. So two different brushes that you can use if you decide to do this painting. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. See, one is called a round brush, or not, liner brush, this one, and then the flat brush is this one over here. Very different brushes, but depends on what feels more comfortable to you. Is the brush that we can use. When people come to my classes, I'm always, you know, giving them different brushes, because I can see if they're having a hard time with something. It's just I give them a different brush and see if it feels better, and just to make it easier, because when people come and if they never done anything like this before, yeah, it can be a little challenging and intimidating. I don't know if that arm is way too high, but oh well, it's just a branch. I'm gonna do another one here to lower it a little bit. And like I said, this is, I want to have spaces where the candy canes are gonna be hanging. So I know I'm gonna put one right here, and that can be a good branch to hang a candy cane. And then another one a little bit higher, so I'm gonna do another finger over here, maybe pointing up a little bit. So just making it look like, you know, like an arm with the hand. If it looks like too thick, like right now it's looking like it's going too thick, let me find a Q-tip. That's what I used to erase. So see, it's good that you see me making mistakes, because that way, if you ever want to do this at home by yourself, you know what to do if you make a mistake. The main thing is to have the background already dry. So I'm just picking up some of the paint, because I don't want the stick to look too thick. You can also use like baby wipes if it's something small. And Yeah, right, Sheila. The candy canes makes it look more whimsical, more fun, and it adds. It's gonna add more color to it because right now, see, without the candy canes, it looks kind of flat and too simple. So I'm not really concentrating too much on the arms, making them look perfect right here on the body, because I'm gonna go back and add more white to the body. Right now it's kind of looking like transparent and looks more like a ghost or something. But I'm gonna let it dry a little bit more. I'm gonna work on the pine trees right here. And that way allows the time for everything else to dry. But I'm gonna use the hair drying a little bit just so it goes faster. So I'm gonna use the same skinny brush that I use for the sticks. I'm gonna use the same brush for just to mark the pine trees where I want them to be. So one is gonna be here. And then two more. I just want to make sure I have enough space. This is yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me move my dirty towel. It's an old t-shirt to clean up any mistakes or how you call it, areas, or with the chalk. The chalk comes off really easily at the end of when we finish the painting. Hey Rosie, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. Are you painting or doing some crafts and stuff? Because I know you're always crafting and doing different things. Christmas things, right? Let's see. Just like that, just to have the idea where the pine trees are going to be. And those are super easy. Nothing fancy about those. The main thing is to use a brush that is gonna help us do the shapes, I guess. Those are easy shapes because it's just triangles. And I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm not gonna mark those because this is wet. As long as I have maybe 5 of them on this one, because this is supposed to be like a large and medium and small sizes. So I'm just bouncing. I'm just picking up one color. It's the green color, and I'm just gonna make it look like triangles, like elongated triangles. And this is one coat. I'm gonna come back and redo the green, but with a darker green also, to add some shade, shaded area. You're working on some wreaths? Oh yeah. I know you're always doing something. Now, because you have the time to do it, right? You're not working, or maybe you're just doing part-time work right now? Or are you full-time already? And see, this is one more, and this one I can make a little bit taller. So it doesn't matter how they are done. At the end, what we want is to make it look like a Christmas tree. And I'm holding my canvas here because if I don't, it bounces, or it bounces too much, and kind of makes it a little bit more of a challenge. So I want to make it easier, just like that. So it's just one color. I'm gonna do this one here, just up and down motion, stippling. This is what is called stippling. And this one. Oh, you're working. Oh, you haven't been working, but you go back in Monday. Oh, okay. Just in time for the holidays, you're going back. Hey, that will give you more money to spend. Maybe for gifts, or maybe to be more creating more wreaths or something like that. Are you selling the wreaths, or just for fun, just for yourself? I think you should be selling them. You do a great job. I'm not sure if you're selling or not. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna make this one just 4, well, maybe 5, because it's a little bit taller. All right, let's do this on the top first. I don't want to make it look too even. I think it's best when they don't look too even. You know what? I'm gonna raise it a little bit. So I'm gonna use the napkin, because I want this one over here to look a little bit shorter. And this is where people get a little bit nervous when we make mistakes. But the main thing is to learn how to fix it. See, it disappeared. I'm just putting a little bit of water on the napkin and making the top section of the tree disappear, because I wanted to make it a little bit smaller than this one, so it has different layers. It makes it look more interesting than having everything too even. Hi Silvio, Victoria, how you doing? Happy you're here with me today. I'm just doing some corrections on my trees here. But it's good that you see me making mistakes, because I mean, I have learned a lot from making lots of mistakes. I've been painting for many years, and since this is something that I've been learning on my own, just like a lot of people, we just do it and learn from the mistakes that we make. The main thing is not to be afraid to make those mistakes, and if it happens, oh well, we just have to figure out how to make it work. That's all it is. A lot of people get very nervous and tense when they make a mistake, but it's nothing to me, because I've done it for so long and I know that it's just part of the process. Ah, yeah, see, that's your side, how do you call it, your side, like a business already, Rosie? That's good. That should be your thing. I think. So you guys, you see I already have the pine trees. This is the large one, the medium, and the small one. And it makes it look like, not so intentional. I don't want it to make it look too even. So I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, and let's see if the hat is already dry. I'm gonna work on the bird. Let me just erase the chalk line right here. And I can just do the bird. I can do a smaller brush, and it's gonna be just in red. And I'm gonna just freehand it. Like I said, everything can be pre-traced. Like we can use the chalk to do the tracing. But I'm just gonna challenge myself and see. I usually do good with the birds because it's a simple shape. Yes, Lourdes, yes, that's true. I've been learning, just the more I paint, the more mistakes I make, and I learn from those mistakes. So that's the main thing, just to keep on learning. I'm gonna enlarge the body a little bit, and this is kind of like the shape, I want to say, is like water drop kind of. I want it kind of chunky. I like birds that look kind of chunky. It makes it look more fun. It's cartoonish, a cartoonish bird, but the chunkier I think, the better. I can add a little bit of the feathers for the tail, but I'm just gonna leave it simple. I'm just gonna leave it just like this. I'm gonna make sure I have the point for the tail. I mean, we can do all kinds of things to these paintings. I can, like, if I want to add more detail, I can really do a lot, but I'm just showing how this is done in case that anybody wants to come and paint this in a class or with a group. I want to make it simple so everybody can do it, because if I go too much into detail, yeah, it will be a little bit too stressful. So see the shape of the bird, just like it looks like a water drop, I guess. I'm just not sure about the shape, but I think it's like a water drop shape. And then the beak, I use the orange color. Sometimes I blend the orange with a little bit of yellow just to make it brighter. But I think for this section, because the blue background is really light, the orange like that just is gonna pop. That's the beak. I'm gonna let it dry before I apply the eye, and it has a little heart for the wing, so I'm just gonna let it dry. The brown is still kind of wet. Everything is still kind of wet, so I'm gonna dry a little bit. So I'm gonna make a little bit of noise because I want to continue with the more of the green and the candy canes and everything else. So it needs to be dry. It's a little bit noisy. There's too much paint, so we want to make sure that everything is dry before we continue. And that way, if I make any other mistake, it's easy to clean up. Hey Lourdes, what do you paint? What kind of painting do you do? Like, I used to paint on furniture, and that was a lot of fun. It was very challenging, but it was a lot of fun. I'm drying it well. I'm touching it because I want to make sure that it doesn't feel sticky. That's the important part. We want to make sure that it's not sticky before we continue with the next step, which is adding more of the details. So it helps to have a hair dryer next. It's not totally dry, but I can touch it. It doesn't feel sticky. Oh, thank you, Lourdes. Yes, it's fun painting. This is a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. I was asking what kind of paintings do you do, Lourdes? Let's see, this one is dry, so I'm gonna apply, so you're gonna see the difference now. I'm just gonna apply pure white to it. It's gonna be a dry brush, so that means I'm applying the paint and kind of removing it a little bit because I don't want to have too much. I don't want to erase what is on the snowman already. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the highlights here and there. And it makes it look a little bit brighter against the background. And if I need to add more of the blue color just to do the like a bottom on under the face, this is what I can do, the little details. See, the blue is super bright, so it's just a little bit to add like the shaded area. This is where the fun begins, because this is when we can start being more creative, adding details that makes it look more unique, I guess. And when everybody that comes to the classes, they paint the same design at the end, all of them look a little bit different because everybody does their own details. So I'm adding a little bit of the blue on the 3 different sections because I want it to look like it's more round, and this is what allows the shape to look like it's rounder. So I'm just doing a little bit darker so you can see. I usually will blend it a little bit more, but if I do it too light, you won't be able to see the difference. So I'm being more intentional with this. And I'm gonna add more of the white over here. You paint on canvas, yes, with acrylic. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Lourdes. Oh. Yes, you can. I'm not doing a lot of the classes, but I really want to. That's my intention. I want to continue doing this these classes like this on on Facebook, and yeah, that's a great way to have some kind of therapy, because it keeps your mind so occupied that you forget about everything else. I'm sorry about your son, but I have this became my therapy ever since I discovered that I knew how to draw. I had no idea. I just discovered it when I was in high school. when the teacher asked us to do a project. And since then, I've been creative with this. I was just doing pencil sketching many years ago, and then I discovered acrylics. And acrylics is super fun and easy to paint with acrylics. I used to do pastels also before acrylics. I started with pencil sketching and then I did pastels, and then I moved on to acrylics, and I never went back to pastels because pastels are so delicate. They're very challenging because at that time when I was doing it, there was not a lot of tools to work with. We basically work with the rolls of paper. We just tear a little piece of paper, roll it, and if we needed to do like eyelashes or things like that, it was very tricky. So yeah, that was fun being creative with that, because we didn't have a lot of tools when I started with the pastel colors. But I learned a lot from it. And then when I discovered the acrylics, it just became like my thing, because acrylics are so forgiving, are very easy to correct mistakes, like you see me correcting mistakes here, and you don't have to have glass on them. On pastels, I have a couple of my paintings here at the studio, and I have to keep them with when frame and with glass, so they don't how do you call it, because if you touch them, they come off, so they're very delicate. And acrylics are super fun and easy. You can, if they get dirty, you can just wipe it off a little bit and that's it. So that's why I like acrylics. They're more easy to work with, and you can do so much with acrylics. Now you can paint on canvas. I used to paint on blouses, furniture, floors. I used to do also floor mats. I did it on the back of linoleum paper. No, linoleum floor, on the back of the linoleum floor. And so it's acrylics are more, what's the word? I'm looking for a word. More useful? Yeah, that was the old school. Yes. Yes, I've been doing this for many years. So yeah, acrylics. And right now with the acrylics that I'm using, they're very they're creamy, and they look kind of like oils because they have a little bit of a shine. So I don't have to seal it. Before I had to do the painting and then sealing it, making sure that it was protected. But with the ones that I'm using now, I don't have to seal the paintings because they already have some kind of like shine to them, and I guess that's what makes it look like they are sealed. So see, I'm doing a little bit more of the dry brushing here. Versatile, that's the word. Yes, thank you. Sometimes the words don't come up. Yes, that's the word. Versatile. I think I'm saying it right. My husband and my daughter make fun of me when I say the words that, I'm asking for words and to pronounce them. Sometimes I say it kind of funny, but it's okay. They can make fun of me. It's fine. So see, I'm giving it the shading area, and it makes it look a little bit more brown and more shaded, and it's just giving it more of the details. And like I said, this is just like personal preference. Some people like it more smooth looking. I kind of like it that looks more, how would I say it? See, I'm running out of words now. Not so perfect. I want the strokes. I want to be able to see the strokes. I used to be very the way I used to paint before, my paintings look really, really smooth because that's the way I was taught. I took lessons many years ago with a teacher, private lessons, and that's the way she taught us to do it. Because especially with pastels, that's how we did it. So when I transferred into the acrylics, I had already that kind of idea in my mind, But now that everything, the new way of painting right now is, if it looks more messy, it's better. So that's what I'm doing right now. So it's taking me a while to be a little bit more messy with my work, but it makes it look more fun, and it makes it look more forgiving, because it's easier for people to actually be able to do it instead of trying to make it too perfect. It's a little bit more tricky for people. So I'm gonna, that's this, I just work on the inside of the body. So I'm gonna also do a little bit of the blue outside. I'm not gonna clean the brush with water. I'm just gonna clean it on the napkin to remove the color. But I'm gonna work just with the blue outside here, and that's gonna give it more like a 3D effect, because I want to make it look like it's actually, you know, in front of the sky, like another layer. So just a little bit, I'm just smearing the color, so it's a little bit shaded. If it looks like right there, it looks like too blue, I'm gonna blend it a little bit, because I don't want it to look just like a line around it. That's the main thing when we do shading. We want to make sure that it doesn't just look like an outline. So it's just it's called a dry brush technique. So you just apply color and then clean it on the napkin. So right here I'm applying, cleaning it on the napkin, and then going around the body, and that makes it pop a little bit more. Yes, that's what it is all about right now. It's all about the texture and the brush strokes. That's what I've been, that's why I love watching people on Instagram, artists that are coming up, the new artists. Oh my god, they're doing wonderful work. I just saw this guy that did, I don't know if you guys on Instagram, but this guy that painted a girl on a tree, and it looks so real. He makes it look like the girl is actually just there on the tree. I don't know how to explain it. And when you look at it from a distance, it's the trunk of the tree with the girl right there, and the background is actually the trees and in the distance. It looks so real, it looks so cute. And then he just did another one on a column, I guess it's in a building, and it's mermaid. Like he made it look like it's actually a mermaid inside of a fish tank. And I go like, oh wow, that looks amazing. It's super impressive. I used to do murals and go to homes and paint like children's rooms, and I did kitchens and bathrooms designs and nursery designs. But the way they are doing it now, wow, it's just really impressive. It looks so simple, but I know it took time to do it right. So see, you can see more of the shape of the snowman. When I do the shading technique, mine always looks messier. I love how it makes paintings pop too. Yes, the tricky part about shading, Sheila, is not to have too much paint on your brush. Some people put too much, and then trying to work with too much paint is not as easy. So that's why I apply like this and very tiny bit, and then clean it off. And it's better to start with a light touch and not too heavy, very light touch, and the more you go back and forth, the color comes out of the brush, and you can see the shading. Like I'm gonna do it here under the arms. I didn't do it on like this on the sample, but I think it makes it look nice. Just a little bit of a shaded area. So just like that. I'm looking at this part right here that's missing a little. So yeah, that the shading is important, because I mean everything in everyday life has shadow and highlight. So it's nice to have some of that. So see, like this makes it look like it's round because of the shaded areas. Also the strokes, if I do the strokes straight, it's not gonna look as round. So I'm going kind of like on both sides, and then making it kind of fluffy in the middle. I can do a little bit more of the blue here to add the shadow from the snowball on the top. Yeah, but that's the main thing. I'm not applying water when there's a different technique. This is a dry brush technique for the shadow, but there's another technique that I use a lot, which is the side loading technique, and it's one of the most challenging ones because I only apply painting on one side of the brush. But I use that one only like when I'm doing my own personal paintings, because when I do it for this type of paintings for the groups, it's not as fun, and it's very stressful. See, if you don't know how to do it. So I try to simplify my work as much as I can so people can do it, and that way they have more fun with it, because I don't want them to come here and stress out and go home, you know, disappointed. Instead of coming to relax, they're gonna go home more stressed than when they when they came. So that's not the point. I'm adding more of the brown color. Same thing, I'm applying a little bit and removing it on the napkin, and that makes it look like more interest to the how do you call it, the body of the snowman. I'm gonna clean my brush because I don't think I'm gonna need that color anymore. I'm gonna work on, if you remember on the painting, on the, let me show you, I'm gonna work on this part of the hat, this area, which is also a dry brush technique, and it looks only on one direction. So it depends also how you apply it, that it makes it look either too much or too little bit. I always start with a little bit of paint, not a lot. If it goes like too much, this is an easy color, it's black, and we can fix it very easily. So let me paint, let me get some more color. Yeah, it makes it look more kind of realistic, but we're not going really for the realistic look. It's a cartoonish style looking painting, but it's nice when they have a little bit more of the detail. So I'm just adding a little bit of the white, cleaning it up on the napkin. And because I'm painting on black, anything that I do on top of black, especially light colors, they're gonna show really fast. So you see, I'm going from one direction only, just like this. And it doesn't have to be, you don't want to see where you stop. You just want to kind of slide it like this, and light touch, barely touching it. And then this one, the same thing over here. So I'm just kind of touching and letting go. Touch, press, and let go. That's the touch, press, and let go. So I'm following the shape of the hat, and that way it makes it look like it's a little bit round. It's not so flat. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of the snow on top of the hat, which is right here. So on the same brush, this is the stipple brush, the same brush I was using for the body. I'm just picking up a little bit of the white, cleaning it up on the plate. I don't want to have too much, and just following the shape of the hat. Make it look like it's a bunch of snow here on the hat. Just following the shape. If I go too low, I can always go back with the black and fix it up a little bit, because black is a very easy color to fix. In this case, if you want to fix a mistake with black, then it's a little trickier. Okay, that looks good right there. I'm gonna add the eye on the bird. Let's see here. And is any of you painting, or you're just watching? Maybe you guys can do it later. I'm sure you guys have supplies at home. It can be with just a dot for the eye, but this one I just did it with the eye is kind of close, looking down, I guess. And then the heart for the wing. I'm using a very tiny pointy brush, a round brush or liner brush. I'm just gonna make a heart. I don't know if you can see, it's really tiny because it's the wing of the bird. And a lot of people have a hard time painting hearts. I don't know why. They're simple. but that's the wing. I don't know if that looks good right there. Do you guys like it there, or should I lower it a little bit? Maybe it's too high. You think it's too high? Just watching toward tonight, Samantha? Yeah. Or you guys can do it later. I think the wing is too high. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. So let me get a Q-tip so I can see right now, because the red is already dry. I can erase. For the small areas, if it's a small section that I want to erase, the Q-tip is good. But if it's a bigger area that I need to fix, then I will use the napkin. So let me see if I can do the heart again. Maybe a little bit lower, because it looked like too high. You know what? Let me connect my computer. Just trying to go to sleep. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it on time. Okay. Forgot to plug in my computer. Alright, let me do the heart again. And this is a small little wing, so tiny bit of paint. If it doesn't look good again, I can just erase it. I don't know. No likey. Sometimes these little details. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit because I'm picking up some of the colors. Since there's not a lot of paint of the red, I'm just gonna reapply the red so it doesn't become transparent on me. But see, that's what happens, and there's nothing wrong with keep on fixing things up. So while that one dries, I'm gonna apply some of the green color. This is a darker green color that is gonna go on top of the trees, and just for the shadow effect. So I'm gonna use the same stipple brush. My napkins are always dirty. So a little bit of the dark green. Same thing, I'm gonna just, it can be on the bottom of the tree, but on the sample I did it on the top. So I'm just gonna add it on the top. Same stippling technique like this. This is a super easy technique and really fun to do. Children love to do this technique. Like that. And this one. And if it comes out of the shape, it's okay. You want to make it look like it's not so perfect. And this one. And who would like to have this snowman? You guys know that I'm gonna be giving it away, right, when I finish with it. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet. But one of you will win this snowman. It will be a nice decoration next to your Christmas tree, or maybe a nice gift for somebody. Somebody that likes to collect snowmans, right? Snowmans are so popular right now. I think snowmans are more popular than Santas for some reason. I see a lot of things with the snowmans. Sheila, yes. You want this one? We'll see. Hopefully you are the lucky one. I don't know. So I'm adding a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna add some of the lighter green. This is a really bright green. I like to use it because it makes the other two greens more interesting. You are the only one interested in the snowman, Sheila. What about Samantha? And what about Rosie? And who's here? Lourdes? And who else is here with me? I'm gonna adjust a little bit. You might be able to see it, or you might not, but it is there. And it's just gonna add to the highlight. I was gonna do some of the snow on top of the trees, but I think I'm just gonna keep them green. There. I know, right, Sheila? Nobody is competing for it. Come on, guys. You guys can say me who wants the snowman. Are you freezing over there, Sheila? Because today is rainy here with us and it's a little bit cold. Well, compared to other days, I mean, today is cold. I'm not much into the cold weather. I can handle the heat better than the cold. Even though sometimes it gets super, super hot. But I can handle the heat weather better. Okay, see? Now it has the 3 colors. So you have the highlight and the shadow effect. And this is dry completely over here. So I'm gonna work on the... I don't know, should I work on the face? What should I do next? What do you want to see next? The face, the scarf, the candy canes. What else do I have left to do? The buttons right here. Oh wow, the 40s. I don't know how Cole is here with us today. I think I don't want to guess, but I usually guess wrong on the... If I said 50s, my husband is gonna say, oh, it's like 80s. I don't know, but it is cold. I'm wearing a jacket outside, so to me it's already cold. Okay, do you want to see the candy canes? All right, let's see. Candy canes. I'm gonna use another brush. This is a round brush, and let's see how maybe it's a round brush, also like a liner brush. I'm using lots of liner brushes because these are smaller details, so I'm using what makes it look more easy. Or if I don't want to use a flat brush, and which I can do, but I think the round brush and liner brushes work best for this. So I'm gonna do one on this side. Let's see, I'm gonna do the top one first. And I just want to give him enough thickness that I can do the lines. It's just a candy cane. Like that. It's kind of see-through. I can see the brown branches in the back, but I'm gonna go back and redo it a little bit more. And maybe one over here facing in the opposite direction. Because having them facing different directions is what makes it look more interesting. Alright, this. I think this one looks too skinny, so I'm gonna make it a little bit chunkier. And I think I'm gonna enlarge the branch a little bit because it looks like it's too short to handle the candy cane. I have tons of brushes. I've been collecting brushes for many years. So, my husband doesn't tell me anything anymore. When I used to paint at home, it was funny because we used to share the garage. He's a mechanic. And I started doing my paintings in the garage. I ran out of space inside the house. So I moved on to the garage. And my brushes and paints and everything were in this table. And the opposite side was his tools. And he would be like complaining because when we do painting or crafting or anything like this, we kind of take over. So his space started to shrink a little bit, and because he will need space for working in cars, and he will have to clean up my mess first before he started working in the cars. So I started painting in my garage, and lots of brushes and lots of supplies. I used to do also arts and crafts. So yeah, I've been collecting a lot. And everything. I try to clean my table, and when I leave, before I leave, I clean up, and then as soon as I come in, I start doing something, and the table gets messy again. I guess it's part of the being creative. But yeah, lots of brushes help. I always tell people, don't try to do just everything with just one brush, because it makes it a little bit more challenging, more tricky. Which I seen people, and like I was telling you on Instagram, the people that I follow, it looks like they only use one brush to do everything. But I'm sure they have different brushes when they get to do their work on when nobody's watching. For me, I like to use different brushes. It just makes it easier and less stressful. Yeah, those are the candy canes. And look, they already look like candy canes. And I'm gonna let those dry because I'm gonna do the lines on them. And the bird is already ready for the line. Not the line, for the little heart, which is the wing. I'm gonna just put a little bit lower because I thought it was too high. And these are the little details that make your painting, like, it makes it look like you actually pay attention to every detail. And that's what I do on my work. I don't just paint because I want to sell it or anything like that. I do paint because I really enjoy it. But if I was gonna buy it, it's because I see all the little details that the artists pay attention to. So let's see. I got the wing. I got the hat. I'm gonna work on the nose on the snowman, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna mix a little bit of the yellow with the orange. This orange is really orangey, which is okay, but I think it's too much. I'm gonna add just a little bit of the yellow to tone it down a little bit, and it makes it look more bright, like a brighter tone of yellow, not so reddish. So it's looking up, so I'm gonna skinny nose, I guess, looking up. Are you guys having coffee or hot chocolate or anything like that? This is nice weather for that. I don't drink coffee, but hot chocolate sounds good. I love the smell of coffee, but I can't drink it. I think that looks okay there. Let's see. I'm gonna do the eyes. Same brush. I'm using a really, I don't know if you can see it. This one is a really fine skinny brush, and it's a liner brush. Let's see this one. And he looks like he's really happy, so we're gonna make the eyes very curvy. It's happy that it's snowing. It's happy that the cardinal is there, keeping him company. Do you guys have the Christmas tree already and all your Christmas decorations up? I don't have anything yet. I'm debating within, doing it or not, because everything is in the attic, and I need to go up there and put all this stuff down, the boxes, and it's a little time consuming. I guess those eyes look good. He looks like he's happy. And then a scarf. I'm gonna do the scarf. Let's do the scarf next. It's gonna be a different blue, a little bit darker blue. Hi, where's my other brush? Looking for my flat brush. Is this the one? Are you guys falling asleep? I hope you guys are not falling asleep on me. Let's see, I'm gonna make it a little bit chubby over here, thicker. So it looks like it's keeping him warm. Oh, you're still here with me. You're not falling asleep yet. Are you drinking some hot chocolate, Sheila, or coffee? Watching TV besides watching me paint? Just doing the scarf right here. I don't know, maybe about that high right there. Hi, you're just with me. Good. Do you have your Christmas decorations already up, Sheila? Or no, not yet? Let me see. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do the part of the scarf that comes down like this. Both of these can be up, I guess, but I like one up and one down, so. And this blue is also, it's a dark blue, but it's kind of translucent. So I'm gonna just do one coat. If it might need 2 coats, depends on how thick I apply it. Yeah, not Christmas decorations for me either yet. I don't know if I'm gonna. It's already, what's today, the 5th? Christmas is already here. It comes so soon. I touched it. So I don't know if I want to decorate or not. I wanted to do some yard decorations, but of course I already ran out of time. I might do at least one, and I want to do that one. I have an idea, so it might be something big that I want to put outside. If I need to do it sometime next week, because after that I think it will be a little too late. Well, let's see if I can do it. So I'm just gonna do those. It's gonna have the little barbitas. I don't know what those are called. The little things that come out of the scarf. Tassels. No, an easel depends on what I'm doing. If it's something big, sometimes I use the easel, but I'm so used to painting on a flat surface that it just makes it easier for me. And I can hold it also, depends on what I'm doing. I hold it up right now because I want you to watch me how I'm doing it. Flat is easier for me. Putting it on an easel, even to put the camera in the right angle, it makes it a little bit more tricky. So, but yeah, I paint a lot better with in a flat surface. Makes it easier. Even when I teach the classes, when people come, I put the easels up for them, but I tell them, you know, they don't have to use the easels because it makes it look it makes people look more professional. But it makes it really challenging. I'm just adding a little bit of the black there so I don't lose the rim of the hat. So I got the scarf. I'm gonna do the lines on the on the candy canes. Let me see where my brush went. Fringe, yes, that's the word. My words don't want to come out today. So I'm gonna do a little bit of the red, just tiny lines on them. Here. And the brown, because the brown is supposed to be like the candy cane is hanging from the branch. So I'm gonna fix the brown in a little bit. I'm just gonna add the lines here. And those lines, it looks like they're so tiny, but it makes a big difference when adding them to the candy canes. Red color, it always makes these paintings, Christmas paintings, look very happy. There are small little lines. There. And I like to make them just a tiny bit curvy. It just makes it look more, you know, like when it's turning, not so stiff, I guess. Like that. And this one. The small tiny detail, but it's quite easy to make the mistake to come out the line. So this red and black are a little bit the challenging colors to clean out when making mistakes. So right here, that's brown is gonna go there, so I'm gonna do here. I want to make it look like it's hanging from the branch. I need to put a little bit of the brown here. Okay, those little lines make a big difference on the candy canes. Then I'm gonna add the mouth, and I'm just using the back of the brush just to make the dots. Oh, hold on. If I have too much paint, it's not gonna be a round dot. Just a couple of, maybe 5 or 6 dots here to make it look like he's smiling. Like that. How you guys like that smile? Is it good? You guys can see it. Yeah, you can see it. I'm gonna add more color to the nose because the nose is a little transparent right now. Too much of the color there. It is looking really cute. I'm gonna add the dots right here, but those dots are kind of tricky. I'm gonna try the scarf first because I need to do more blue. To apply more color because it's super transparent. I want to make sure that it's a little bit more solid, so the light blue that is gonna be for the lines is gonna show. It's amazing how little details make a big difference on these paintings. There you go. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, and I'm gonna do the dots over here for the buttons on the body. I'm gonna just use the back of the brush. It depends on how big I want them. I just kind of wiggle it a little bit. And they don't have to be completely round. A little bit of shape is fine, because it's a whimsical painting. And after that, I'm gonna do just a little highlight on those. And let's see, I got the hat, I got the scarf. I need to dry this a little bit more. The scarf needs to be dry before I do the blue. The lines of the scarf. Dry to the touch is fine, just so I can add the other lights, the other lines. Let me find my other brush, and I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use the thickness of the brush right here and just do the strokes. I can do it with a smaller brush, but I think this is a good size. This is like a 1/4 inch brush. Let me see, number, I think it's a number 4. The number is gone. Yep, number 4, number 6. It's a flat brush. Okay, this line, this one is gonna go here, because this is part of this, the other part that goes down. And it's almost done. Just like that. If I want to, I can add more detail to the scarf and everything to make it look like it's actually folded. But I think for now, I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Like it? Like, can you see it? Oh, they like that. And I'm gonna use the skinny brush to do the fringe on the edges of the scarf. Okay. A little bit longer. I don't want them too short, and a little bit more fuzzy. It makes it look more fun. Like that. I think that's good enough on that side. And the black is completely dry. Oh, I was gonna fix the branches over here. Let's see. Because it's supposed to look like it's hanging from the branch, so I'm gonna cover this section. Just holding for the little edge. There. And this one too. So it's easy just to paint the candy cane, like the whole, like a one stroke make it look like all white like the way I had it, and then go back with the brown instead of trying to go on the bottom and make it separate sections. It's just a little bit trickier. It's gonna make this one longer. And these are the little details that I can go back and add to the painting here, because I want more of the red to show. Maybe a little bit longer there too. But those are just the things that I can see that I might need to be fixed a little bit. A little bit more of the red. And then this one. What I'm gonna do next, I have some, let me see if this is dry. Some of this right here, snow text. Have you guys done anything with this? I just used it the other day on the painting, on the snowman, and it was fun to do it. Do you guys want me to add it to it? Because it makes it look more like the snow. It's, you know, it's more grainy and bumpy, and I can use it a little bit here on the body. I think it looks really good. Let me know. You guys should, if you tell me you guys want me to add it, I'll do it. If not, pues I'll just leave it like that. But I'll show you how it looks with it. Mira, this is, hopefully you guys can see. Let's see, I don't know. Can you guys see it? It looks really grainy. Like that. And also I did it, oh, right there, you can see it. You guys want me to add it to the snowman, or should I leave it without it? Because it makes it look more 3D. Oh, there you go. That's a good way to see it. Yeah, Sheila, you should buy some. It's kind of expensive. This little container is like $6 or $7. But right now for the snowmans, I think it makes it look really cute. Adds more texture to them. Oh, you want it with it? Okay. Well, you are the one that voted, so I can go with you. I wanted you to say yes, because I wanted to try it again. And I'm gonna use just a spatula. It can be like if you don't have a spatula, it can be a small spoon, I guess. I'm just gonna pick it up here. And I don't want to if I brush it off too much, it's gonna make it really smooth. So I don't want that. I want to kind of make it like intentional, you know, like it's really snow building up or something. And I did what I did yesterday on the other one, or the day before, I remember. I did this, and then I went back with my finger and kind of smoosh it a little bit. That's the right way to say it. Just so it makes it look more grainy and more fluffy. Here. Yeah, I'm gonna add it on the body too. I thought about the pine trees, but they're too small, so I'm not gonna do it there. I'm gonna do it on the body. And it's really good consistency. It makes it look like whipped cream or something like that, but it's really grainy. So I'm just gonna add it here and there, and I'm gonna kind of work it with my fingers also. So it doesn't have to look so perfect. And because we have the blue already in the body, it adds a little bit more of the highlight, I guess, makes it more intentional. And it dries pretty quickly. The one that when I did it the other day, within an hour it started to feel a little bit stiff already. So right now it's already dry. And see, I'm going with my finger, kind of make it look like, I don't want it just to cover the whole area. Yeah, exactly, more 3D. There you go. And it's fun to play with it with your finger. It brings back like childhood memories when we used to play in the dirt. Too bad children right now are not even playing outdoors because they are not allowed, but it's fun to play in the dirt. I'm gonna pick up a little bit here. See, because everything is dry, I can kind of pick it up a little bit because I don't want it just to look too obvious in one section. So I think that's why I'm kind of, I want it bumpy in some areas, I want it smooth in others, and I think the bumpier the better. And then what I found out with this is that if I want more, I can always come back and kind of reapply a little bit more once it's dry, and it makes it look even more 3D. Yes, Rosie, is this one over here. This it's called a Snowtex. I think it's backwards, but you'll find it at Hobby Lobby. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. The day that I went, they did have a couple of bottles of containers, so I got one, and I know I should have got a few more because sometimes when I go back, they don't have the supplies. So I'm just adding here and there with my finger. And here, I don't think I'm gonna add it on the face, or maybe just here, I don't know. I didn't do it on my sample painting. I think here, it's kind of fun to play with it. Just wanna make sure not to touch the black dots because those can smear, they're still wet. What about some glitter? You guys want some glitter on it? Hey Marta, thank you for being here with me. I'm glad you like it. See, and it's kind of hard to do it on the face because it's a small space. I'm just gonna add a little bit just for highlights. So let me know, you guys want glitter or no glitter? Yes, glitter? Yeah, glitter. I'm gonna add it only in some areas, just the hat, maybe the scarf, because I think it only needs a little bit. Sometimes too much glitter is a little, to me, it's overwhelming, kind of loses the effect. But if you guys like a lot of glitter, so let's see if you guys can see the bumpiness of the snow. Trying to keep it here closer to the trees, and maybe under the snowman. Hey Rosie, yeah, I know glitter goes with everything. Yeah, especially right now for the holidays, right? It makes it look more glam, I guess. All right, let's see if you guys can see the 3D effect. Yeah, as you guys can see, it's super bumpy. Makes it more fun. I don't know if I should do more on the face. I don't like the way I apply on the face because it makes it look like just highlights. So I'm just gonna clean it up from the face unless you guys like it, or maybe add more. Sometimes maybe more looks better. Let me see. Just gonna clean it up here. See this because this is still not dry, I can pick it up. Because on the face, I don't think it needs it on the face. It's too small, the area is too small. You know what I'm missing? The snow on the arms. Let me clean my finger. I did the snow. Well, let's try, maybe I can do with this. I'm gonna use a brush. What about if I use a brush for the snow text? It might work with the brush. Let's see. A dry brush. I'm gonna use a dry brush and just add it here on top of the. Yeah, it's not easy to apply with the brush. I never used it. Well, I just barely started using this the other day, so I still don't know what works with it. What's the best way to apply it? Trying to figure out this as I go. But I wanted to make it look kind of bumpy. It looks like paint right now. I guess I need to apply a little bit more. You really need to try this and see how you guys like it. Maybe you can figure out a way that works. And then on the branches, a little bit here and there. Children will love to play with this. It's just a little bit messy and we don't want to put too much because otherwise the detail is gonna disappear. And here, I don't know if it's a good idea to apply it with the brush, but as long as I can control the amount. I guess like that. Oh, on the hat. Yeah, a toothpick maybe will work. I don't have a toothpick with me, but that's why I'm using the brush. The Q-tip. I have the Q-tips, but I don't know if the Q-tip. Let's see. This is one of those things that we have to just kind of figure out the way that works best. Hey, maybe the Q-tip, because I wanted to make it look really bulky. There. Yeah, I guess the Q-tip works. Thank you, Sheila. Good idea. See, it's good to have other people here when we're painting, so we can get different different input. You can do it. Yes, Marta. Have to give it a try. Anybody can paint. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just for fun. Like I said, children will love this kind of thing. But like I said, it's a little bit expensive for this little tiny container. This is about, I want to say $6 or $7. I'm not sure because I doesn't have the price here. But giving it to children, they will go crazy with this. Yay. And the Q-tip is good. Oh no, did I lose connection? Oh, there it goes. It went blank on me for a while. Okay, I think that's it. I'm just gonna add the glitter. And this is the glitter that I use because they have different kinds of glitter. This is the one that I find that works because it's transparent. I can see when I apply it and it doesn't have color, so it allows the color underneath to show through. I'm just gonna add it on the hat first. And this is one of those also that you can apply one coat and then let it dry and apply more, because one coat it can just it does cover well, but sometimes it's the sparkly stuff, it kind of moves to one side only, so it's a good idea to reapply it if you want it really glittery. With this kind of glitter, I'm sure there's different glitters that might cover better. I like glitter, but I don't want to overdo it because then it looks like too much to me. I know, Rosie, I know you like glitter, right? So the more the better. So I think this is good right here. And then I'm gonna just do it on the yeah, Sheila, right? Anybody can. I'm just gonna do it on the scarf. Needs more. So somebody's gonna win this one tonight. I don't know. Are you guys still here with me? I think the way I'm gonna do it, because I never done this before, giving something away like this. I thought maybe writing the names of the people that kept me company and watch, and put the names on a container, on a piece of paper first, and little pieces of paper, and then pick a name. Yeah, Sheila, do it and send me the picture. I would love to see it. And it's Sunday tomorrow, so no work. You will have time to do this. I hope I did a great job teaching you how to do it. So I'm sure yours is gonna look different because everybody has their own way of doing it, but you got the basic idea. Look, it looks really cute. I think the sparkly, you can add it to the trees if you want more of the sparkle on the trees, but the hat, it has it on the hat. Can you see it there? I can't find the right source of light. Oh, there it goes. The hat and the scarf, I put it there. So I'm gonna, doesn't it look cute? Maybe on the trees will look cute too, because the tree is supposed to be like the, what do you call it? The lights on the tree. Maybe here. Oh yeah, it looks good on the trees too. So if you want to do it on the trees. Is there a different sparkle? I mean, Rosie, do you know if there's what kind of glitter I can use that has more like a sparkle? This one is nice, but it's very subtle. Yeah, this is the one that I use. It's called Galaxy Glitter. But which one do you use that is more sparkly? I know you use glitter on your arts and crafts things that you do. I just don't want to use the one that is loose, because that one, I think for the when I do the groups with people, it will get like very messy. But this one works because it's just very subtle. It doesn't have a lot of it's kind of watery a little bit, but it's not super glittery unless I reapply it. If I reapply it, then it's more glitter. I only use a loose. You only use the loose glitter. Yes. And that's the one that I don't want to use, because no. Imagine me working with children and loose glitter. That will not be a good combination. I'm sure it will be fun for them, but I know the cleaning, it will be a little tricky, right? What you bought? Yes, I just bought me a tabletop vacuum. Oh, now you have a vacuum to pick it up. Yeah, I guess that would be a good idea. A vacuum. There you go. So what else am I missing? Anything else that you see that I'm missing? What else can I add? Any ideas? No, I'm missing something. Let me look at the original and see what I'm missing. Okay, let's see. This is the original. Oh, I see it now. The snow falling. The little dots all around. So let me do this snow. Like the Roomba vacuum cleaner, the Roomba floor vacuum. Oh, okay. So it moves on its own. You just plug it in and goes and does whatever by itself. I wanted one of those before, but with cats, I don't think that's a good idea. I have cats at home. So the snow, I'm gonna adjust the snow falling. And that's super easy, just with the back of the brush. Yes, the snowflakes, Sheila. Yes. Let me see if this is a good size brush. Yeah. Depends on the size of the brush that you use. Let me lower it down. It's gonna give me big dots or small dots, but as I go along, they kind of shrink, and that's what I want. I want some of the big ones, some little ones. just to fill in. Ah, you have the one with the cord. Yeah. Ah, the one, my friend has one that is the one that moves by itself and it cleans the whole house. But for, like I said, for me and with having cats, I don't know if that would be a good idea. I know they're kind of expensive, which I wouldn't mind having one, but if I didn't have the cats, I don't know. I'm putting a little bit of the snowflakes. Maybe that's too big for the hat. No, leave it. Here and there with the on the hat, just to make it look like it's actually falling, and some on the trees because it goes well here. We don't want to make it look like it's only snow on the top. Maybe. And as I keep on moving it, it keeps on shrinking. It gives me little snowflakes. And I think that's it. Okay, you guys, so it is done. So let me, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write the names of the people that are here with me right now. It looks like it's only 4 of you, so hey, that would be an easy win. So let me write the names to make it fair for everybody. Let's see who will win this. So Rosie, Lucio. Do you guys have any other idea of how to do this? This is my first time giving this something away. Masterpiece, yes. Sheila. Am I spelling their name right? Sheila. Oh. Okay, got 2, and then Samantha Gonzalez. Who else is here with me? Say hello so I get your name and put you on the drawing. I got 3 so far. Who else is here? Say you want the snowman. Say yes or something, so show me that you're still here. Let's see. I don't know how I can show who else is here. Marta, you still here? Because I'm only taking the names of the people that are here present. Sheila, I can't see the comments now. Oh no, it froze. Oh wow, how can I see the comments? Well, I guess I'm gonna look at the Marta. Yes, you're here. Let me write down your name. I'm writing the names of the people that are present with me. Marta. Well, you're the only Marta, so a Medrano. Is anybody else here? Okay, got Sheila, Rosie, Samantha, and Marta. Who else is here? Last chance. Say hello. Marta. Yeah, I got 4 people. Am I missing anybody? There's somebody else here. Maybe I got Sheila, Rosie, Samantha, Marta, and that's it. Who else is here? Who else wants to enter on the drawing to win this snowman? Say hi, say something, speak up. Speak up, otherwise you're not gonna win. I guess that's it. Should I do it now? I got 4 people. So the less people, the more chances you get to win, right? That's it. That's all I got. Sheila, Marta, Samantha, and Rosie. Okay, let me get the little container so I can put the names in there. Gonna put them in this little container. Gonna fold them. And this one. Just 4 people. You guys are competing to win this snowman. If it is local, guys, if you guys don't mind coming to pick it up here at the studio, if it is out of the valley, like Sheila, I know you are somewhere far away from us. I will ship it to you if you win. So it's 4 of you guys here. That's all the names I got. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I just can't see. Unless you speak to me, I can put you in the drawing. Otherwise, this will be it. Because I can't see the comments going. I can go. I don't know how to go up to look at the comments. So let's see who wins. Are you guys ready? Who wants this one really bad? What did you say, Sheila? I can read it. Oh, autograph. Yes, I'm gonna sign it. Yes, I'm gonna put my name after it's completely dry and stuff. Okay, you guys ready? Let's see who wins. Sheila, you are the winner. Yay, Sheila, you won. Can you see it? You are the lucky winner. The snowman is gonna keep you company for Christmas. Congratulations. I'm happy you guys were here with me today, and this is the one that is going for a little vacation out of the valley. Where are you, Sheila? In Missouri? Or somewhere in the cold weather, so it's good weather for the snowman. Yes. Yes, Sheila, congratulations, you won. I'm gonna be shipping it to you. Let me go and move this so you guys can see me. So look at. So this is the one, the winner. Sheila is the winner for tonight. I'll be doing another painting, and I will be posting, maybe, I don't know, if you guys want me to do, let me show you the other snowman. This one over here. You guys want me to do this one live? Is that good? St. Joseph, Missouri. Wow, that's where you're at. So you guys like that one? If you guys like this one, I can do my best to do it live also. So you guys can see how I did that one. This one I think is a little bit more tricky just because of the little details. They're very small compared to the big one. There's a little smaller details. Yes? Yes, yes. I'm glad you like it. So, well, thank you so much, everybody, for being here with me. So, Sheila, I'll be shipping this to you. Please contact me, DM me, okay? Send me your address so I can ship it for you. Monday or Tuesday, probably. So, just give me your address. They are so pretty. Thank you. Near Kansas City. Yes. Do you guys like it? Super cute. Now, I have a family of snowmen here. I'm gonna be doing something else. Kansas City. Well, thank you so much, guys, for being here with me. I'm happy you guys enjoyed it, and try it. Give it a try at home. I know you guys have supplies. It doesn't have to be on canvas. You can do it maybe on a piece of wood, or maybe you know what I thought? Maybe doing something on glass. Let me show you what I did before, really quick, before you guys go. This one I did it last year, or I don't know, 2 years ago. Can you see it? It's a wine bottle. How you guys like this? It's a really cute snowman with the poinsettias, little red flowers. Have you guys tried anything with doing in glass? A wine bottle? I don't have wine bottles right now, but I can do it on a different glass container. So if you guys want me to try to do this on something like on a glass, I can do that. You guys like it? It's really cute. There, has a little cardinal. Painting on glass is a little bit different. It's a little trickier than painting on canvas. But that's it for today, guys. Do you paint the bottle back to? No, the bottle, Rosie, is not painted. I didn't even apply anything on the bottle. It's just I just apply the paint on it, and that was it. See? It's really cute. It's a different way of doing it. It's completely different than painting on canvas because this is really smooth. So that's why it makes it a little trickier. But I can do something like that. Maybe, you know, the dollar store has lots of different containers like this one. And maybe I can try to do that so you guys can see how this is done. Would you like me to do that? You want to learn how to do this? And the snowmen are really cute. See there, I see it's dark. It is dark green. This one is dark green. It looks really good in a dark green bottle. I think the white bottles will make it look well, it's kind of like this, I guess. I don't know, it's different look. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I really enjoyed painting this snowman, and hopefully you guys give it a try. Okay, thank you guys. Have fun, having fun painting. Several bottles I have. Oh yes, Rosie, give it a try on the bottle. That's if you want, I can do something hopefully next week. I know I'm gonna be busy with the food trailer next week, but I'm gonna do my best to do another painting so you guys can give it a try. Well, thank you guys. Good night and have fun. Sheila, I'll be in touch with you. Thank you so much. Bye guys.